Liger, male lion plus female tiger. Nature spent millions of years keeping lions and tigers on two separate continents. Lions in Africa, tigers in Asia, never meant to meet. Then, humans built a fence and bred them together. The Liger was born, the largest cat that has ever existed on Earth. An adult male Liger can reach 400 kilograms, more than twice the weight of a lion. Heavier than the largest wild tiger alive today. Its body length can exceed 3.5 meters. When standing on its hind legs, it clears 3 meters. Why does it get that big? Because lions suppress growth through the mother's genes. Tigers suppress growth through the father's genes. The Liger inherits neither, so it just keeps growing, with no genetic breaks whatsoever. Its coat is golden like a lion's, but carries faded, pale tiger stripes, like a tiger pattern printed, with ink that's almost gone. The mane exists, but never fully forms, thin and spread out, like a lion's mane that got halfway done, then stopped. The Liger has no place in any ecosystem, cannot survive in the wild, cannot reproduce. It exists entirely, because humans brought together two things that nature kept apart for millions of years. Leopon, male leopard plus female lion. The Leopon looks like nature started building two different animals, and forgot to stop halfway through. Its head is a lion's head. Wide, strong jaw, small mane around the neck and shoulders, exactly the kind of head you'd picture on top of a lion's body. Its body is a leopard's body. Lean, flexible, built for speed and climbing. Covered in sharp, dark rosette spots from shoulder to tail tip, a pattern that belongs exclusively to leopards. Lion's head, leopard's body, joined in the middle. No equivalent exists anywhere in the natural world. The most surprising detail is the mane. Leopards have never had a mane in millions of years of evolution. A mane offers zero advantage to a predator that lives alone and climbs trees. But the genes from the lion mother force that mane to grow on the Leopon. Small and incomplete, but clearly there. Leopons were raised in Japanese and Indian zoos in the 1950s and 60s, and were reported to have inherited the tree-climbing habit from their leopard father, despite having a lion-sized head. Jaglion, male jaguar plus female lion. The jaguar is an American cat. The lion is an African cat. Two different continents, two different ecosystems, two completely different ways of hunting. The only reason they ever met is because humans placed them in the same enclosure. The jaguar has the strongest bite of any cat on Earth relative to its body size. They do not strangle their prey like lions. They bite directly through the skull. One bite, done. Their coat is deep and dark, with large rosettes each carrying a smaller spot inside. The female lion contributes the opposite. Solid golden yellow, no pattern whatsoever, built for open grassland. When the two combine, the result is a golden lion-colored body, completely covered in dense black jaguar spots. Because the base color is so much lighter than a pure jaguar's, every spot appears with extreme contrast. Black ink on a pale canvas, sharp edges, a pattern that does not blend into the background, but announces itself. The only Jaglion ever recorded in history was born unplanned in Ontario, Canada, in 2006, from a jaguar and a lioness that had simply been living together in the same enclosure long enough. Cama, camel plus llama. Camels and llamas share a common ancestor from 40 million years ago. Since then, camels evolved for hot deserts, and llamas evolved for cold mountains. Two completely opposite environments for 40 million years. In 1998, a laboratory in Dubai decided that was long enough apart. The Cama was created through artificial insemination because the size difference between camels and llamas makes natural mating almost impossible. And the result was something nobody fully predicted. No hump. The most iconic feature of the camel simply did not appear, as if the genetic signals for building a hump from both sides canceled each other out entirely. What it has instead, long camel-style legs, a long curved camel neck, but its entire body covered in thick, curly llama fleece, like someone dressed a camel skeleton in a heavy wool coat. Short llama ears, long camel tail with a tuft at the end. The goal? To combine camel endurance with llama size and fleece. It partially worked, but the Cama also inherited the full stubbornness of llama temperament, even more extreme than either parent. Zorse, horse plus zebra. Zebras have never been successfully domesticated by humans, tried many times over centuries. Too aggressive, too unpredictable, and too dangerous to handle. Horses have been human partners for thousands of years, but zebras, never. The Zorse combines both, and the result is one of the most visually bizarre animals that has ever existed. Its body is completely a horse's body. Proportions, elegance, skeletal structure, pure horse. From a distance, it looks like a regular horse. Then you notice the markings. Zebra stripes do not cover the Zorse evenly. They appear selectively, most commonly on the legs, neck, and hindquarters, while the rest of the body stays solid-colored. The result looks like someone put zebra-striped socks and a striped scarf on an otherwise completely normal horse, then stopped there. Every Zorse is different. Some have almost their entire body striped. Some have almost no stripes at all. Savannah Cat, wild serval plus domestic cat. The serval is a wild African cat with the longest legs relative to body size of any cat in the world, the largest ears relative to head size of any cat in the world, and a vertical jump of more than 2.5 meters from a standing position. They catch birds directly from the air. In 1986, someone bred it with a domestic cat. The Savannah Cat is the result, and it looks exactly like what it is, a miniature wild cat that somehow ended up living indoors. First-generation Savannahs are tall, lean, and have extremely long legs, so that a regular domestic cat looks compressed standing next to one. Their ears are huge and constantly rotating to follow sounds. Their body is covered in sharp black spots on a gold or silver coat, like a small cheetah. They jump 2.5 meters vertically, not afraid of water, produce sounds that sound nothing like a regular cat's meow, and they cost up to $20,000 for a first-generation individual. Rackelhahn, capercaillie plus black grouse. Not all hybrids are the product of human interference. Sometimes nature does it on its own. The Rackelhahn occurs naturally in the forests of Scandinavia, when the capercaillie, Europe's largest forest grouse, breeds with the black grouse. No laboratory, no special enclosure. Just two related species sharing a habitat and overlapping mating seasons. The result is one of the most visually stunning birds in Europe. Its feathers are a deep, glossy black. Not ordinary black, but black that in direct sunlight radiates a purple or blue-green hue, like the surface of gasoline on water, or the wing of a jewel beetle. Above both eyes sits a fleshy patch of bright blood-red skin. Extreme contrast against the glossy black of its entire face. It looks more like a ritual mask than the face of a bird. Its tail is asymmetric, wide and fanning in the center like the capercaillie, but with rough serrated curved edges inherited from the black grouse's lyre-shaped tail. Not the tail of either parent. Something in between. When it performs its mating display, it combines movements from both parents in a sequence that was planned by no one. Improvised, unrehearsed, a performance produced by nature. Entirely by accident in a quiet forest. Bester, beluga sturgeon plus sterlet. Sturgeons have existed for more than 200 million years. They were here before the dinosaurs, and are still here now, almost unchanged. The beluga sturgeon is the largest, up to 7 meters long, weighing 1,500 kilograms and living more than 100 years. A beluga alive today may have been born before your great-grandparents. The problem is, the beluga needs 15 to 20 years to reach its first sexual maturity, and beluga caviar is one of the most expensive foods in the world. Soviet scientists in the mid-20th century solved this with the bester, a hybrid between the beluga and the much smaller and faster-maturing sterlet. The goal? Caviar quality. Approaching the beluga's maturity timeline approaching the sterlets. Visually, the bester looks ancient in a way that goes beyond age. Its body is long and flat-headed, with rows of hard bony plates called scutes, projecting from its back and sides like a row of miniature shields. This is not scales. This is bone. a design that has existed for 200 million years, without modification. Underwater, when light hits the bester from above, the shadows cast by those scute rows move with the fish's body, like a lighting effect from a science fiction film. Something very old. And that looks nothing like a creature living in the same era as us. Flowerhorn Cichlid, extreme cichlid hybrid. All the other hybrids on this list happened because two animals reproduced. Nature took over after that. Genes mixed in ways that were not fully predictable. The Flowerhorn Cichlid is different from all of that. This fish is the product of intense and directed artificial selection across dozens of generations. Humans did not just bring two animals together. They actively engineered the result, selecting the most extreme individuals to breed generation after generation, pushing certain physical traits as far as biologically possible. The most visible result is the cock, a large, fleshy dome that grows on top of the fish's head, right on the forehead.